Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you this video just to share that my new intention is to be more vulnerable. I recently did an accelerated life coaching course in Sydney, and I realised that I would really greatly benefit from being more vulnerable. And now I'm offering sessions online and over the phone, and I'm really asking people to be quite vulnerable with me. So I thought I'd give back to you guys and be vulnerable myself. So I've never made a video before in my whole life. First time, so I'm a bit nervous. I wanted to share with you one truly amazing thing that happened for me over the last week. So in the course we learn a lot of skills and techniques, but we also do a lot of personal clearing and goal setting, and it's really quite profound where you can get to. It's like 6 days of intense therapy. It's really cool stuff. I really enjoyed it. Probably the thing that stands out the most is we learned something called the Universal Freedom Technique. This is a technique by Authentic Education. I was taught it by Benjamin J. Harvey. He teaches us a technique that is amazing for trapped emotions. So it's not so good for a specific event. So if someone's had a specific event that they hold trauma around, it's more like a collection of maybe events or feelings that become trapped. So we seem to put these trapped emotions in a place and we lock the door, and then we try and keep the rest of our being whole, but there's always this part that's disconnected. So for me, it was right here. I've had neck and shoulder pain for as long as I can remember. I remember as a teenager being in pain and having numbness in my shoulder, and it turns out this had been there since I was a child. So I'd got on a lot of treatment for my neck and shoulders. I've seen a lot of healers anyway. I really enjoyed the process, but I recently had about 5 treatments with a chiropractor that did network spinal analysis. That stuff's really cool actually. I got a good result from it. Everything started to soften and everything started to ease, but I had been getting this big cluster of connective tissue right over my collarbone. It was really hard and dense, and it felt like it was getting to the point where it was quite sinister. I was getting headaches, migraines, just always tension. I wouldn't really known what it was like to have a free neck, if that makes sense. So as I went through Universal Freedom Technique, I effectively released a dark, dense ball of black energy, and it had a sound like a screaming bat. It was awful actually. So the process can remove these trapped emotions and then replace it. It's very important to replace things. So I replaced it just with free-flowing, peaceful energy. That's just all I wanted. I wanted no tension. I just wanted blood and circulation, and I just wanted a normal neck and shoulder really. So since then, I have felt completely free in the neck. I haven't had any tension. I really feel like this massive weight is off my shoulder and I don't have to carry it around anymore. Those of you that have been backpacking may know this feeling. You know when you've been walking around all day with your bag on, maybe you've gone to a different city, maybe you're looking for your hostel, and when you finally get to take your bag off and it's like this incredible weightless feeling, it's just awesome. I feel like that's happened, but it's happening all the time. I'm just noticing, oh, no tension, and it's so beautiful. I'm so happy with the results. And it turns out that these trapped emotion, this blocked energy, was due to a lot of associations I've had with men in my life. So I've been really fortunate to have some beautiful relationships, but perhaps there was just too many associations that I felt like someone was coming into my space, like I had to guard myself, that I wasn't safe, that I had this feeling that I needed to not upset these people, that were insulting me, that were taking advantage of me. So I had this real debate within myself. Maybe it was just something that a random guy said, or someone that touched me that shouldn't have. Yeah, just a whole collection of events in my life that I just had this feeling that I had to trap it away, put it away, and try not to think about it. But I was thinking about it, and I just had this feeling that I was guarding something, and I really didn't want to be living that way. I was starting to have the ideas in my head that men were dangerous, that all men can't be trusted, that I'll never be safe around men that I don't know. And I really didn't want that for my life, and now I feel completely free of that. I realize that I was only guarding myself because I was too young to understand what was really going on. So this was, since childhood actually, whether it's a family friend or a young guy at a social event, or the weird feral guy at the pub, or whatever it is. I just feel like I'm really free of that now, and I can just look at my life from a point of view that's more wholesome, where I'm not being triggered all the time. And actually, since I did clear that energy, I'm not triggered really. I even watched a movie the other day where there was a really sleazy role. A guy played this really sleazy role, and I just wasn't triggered. I just thought, that's a cool character. I mean, he's funny, you know. So that was really liberating for me. So I feel really good. So I'd like to offer my new intention for my healing sessions out into the world. I will be offering life coaching sessions which will draw on all the other skills that I have. So Reiki and Chinese medicine, esoteric, acupuncture, these sorts of things. I will be using those skills, but it'll be from a distance. So I'm really hoping that this video finds you all. And I also wanted to know in what ways do people like to learn out there. So I don't just want to offer one-on-one sessions. I want to be somewhere that people can learn about what they want to learn about, and maybe gain some inspiration from some of the things I'm putting up on my page. So I'd love to know how you learn, whether it's videos or reading or workshops, or you like talking to people, or whatever it is. I'd really love to know that. And also what you like learning about. Maybe I can take a guess for a lot of people, but just throw some subjects at me, throw some questions at me. I'd love to answer them myself, or with articles that I find, or incorporate that into my workshops. I'd love to do that. So that'd be great to hear from you all. So this is me being vulnerable, and I hope I can see you being vulnerable soon too. Thanks very much. Bye.